As we go through this calving season or any calving season, there will be that cow or heifer that needs our assistance. And as we eventually get that calf delivered on the ground, it's really important that we get that calf started breathing as soon as possible. You see, every calf born, whether we assist them or whether they're born unassisted, has some degree of what we call respiratory acidosis. And that's just because of going through the birth canal. The umbilical cord has been clamped off occasionally during the contractions, and that's why we have this situation where the calf, when it's first born, has a buildup of the carbon dioxide and its byproducts, and it's trying to get rid of that as fast as possible. That calf has to breathe, get oxygen in, carbon dioxide out as soon as possible to be a healthy, normal calf. This is especially an important situation if we're delivering a backwards calf. You know, the one where the back feet are coming first and the calf's head is still inside the womb of the mother and of course surrounded by fluids. That calf has to be delivered very quickly, as we've talked about before, but once it's delivered, we want to get the calf breathing as soon as possible. First of all, we want to remove any of the mucus or fluids that are still covering the mouth and the nostrils of that baby calf. I would do that manually with your hand, or maybe if you have a suction bulb handy, that can be helpful as well. What I would not suggest is the holding up of the calf by its hind legs, trying to allow fluids to drain out, or even worse, putting the calf over a pipe rail fence. We've heard of people doing that, thinking that they're helping the calf by allowing those fluids to drain, but instead what's happening is that we're pinching off the diaphragm muscle. That's the muscle that, when it's contracted, allows the lungs to expand. If we've got that calf hanging by his hind legs over that pipe rail fence, that diaphragm muscle can't move, and therefore the calf can't start breathing. What I'd much rather suggest that you do in the case of that calf that you want to get started breathing as soon as you've delivered it is to grab a real stiff kind of a straw and go ahead and poke that calf pretty briskly in the nostrils. You'll see that calf will begin to snort and cough. When he does, then he's moving that diaphragm muscle, expanding the lungs, getting oxygen into those lungs, and that in turn will help him start to breathe. Do that, and I think what you'll see is that calf will begin to pant because it's trying to correct its blood gases because of that acidosis we've talked about, and it's very normal for that calf to breathe very rapidly for several minutes. Now we've got that calf off and running to where he's got a better chance of surviving not only the birth process, but through those first few weeks of life. Keep that tip in mind. Go ahead and grab a straw and briskly touch the nostrils of that calf, and I think you'll do a lot better job of getting him started breathing as soon as you can. Hey, we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.